Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I have a little haul, first impression, and basically just my thoughts on a new brand, which of course you know is Fenty. I picked up some things at Sephora today. I was working during the launch. So basically we had Rihanna playing all day. It was some really good energy. I just thought it was a fun day. With all of the secrecy behind the brand, it was very exciting to see what was going to happen, what it was like, and of course a lot of people only got like little teasers. So basically if you saw something on Instagram, that was about as much as we saw up until a couple days beforehand. So we were not privy to a lot of it. Even working at Sephora, I literally did not get trained on the product until yesterday, so the day before we launched. So I won't go into all that boring stuff, but basically I'm going to tell you a little bit about the brand, my impression of it. I'm not going to give you every single detail of every single product, but I'll give you the highlights, kind of let you know what I think personally, if I think it's worth it, who it's going to be good for, is it worth your money, all that good stuff. So I'm going to start with first the two things that I was given. So Sephora cats were given two products, basically a foundation and a dual highlighter. So they are called Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duos. These are $34. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. So soft matte long wear foundation. I can definitely vouch for that. I have had this on since about 7:30 this morning, maybe say 8 o'clock, and it is now 5:30 at night, past 5:30, it's almost 6, and I have had it on that long, and the foundation itself looks great. The only thing that I did was kind of blot my nose a bit, which I do no matter how matte the foundation is. I always wind up blotting my nose. I have a lot of highlight on, so if you're seeing a lot of glow, it's the highlight, I promise. So first I'll tell you about the shades of the foundation. The amazing thing about this brand is that she is trying to cater to all skin tones, and I think she's done a fairly good job. I don't think we really had a client in there today that truly could not have been matched into the foundation. There are 40 shades, $34 for that as well if I didn't mention it. I was given the shade 110. Now I'm going to tell you about these fair shades. If you're a fair girl, listen up. If not, you can skip forward a bit. They are light. So if you have trouble finding a shade that is fair enough, you're going to find your shade here. This is shade 110, which is the second shade. So light. Now this is really truly too light for me. Do a little swatch. That's it against my neck. Now I did blend my foundation in, so I got 110. I wound up making a sample of shade 170. So the shade I have on is 170, and then I used a little bit of this. Basically where I would use concealer, I used this as my concealer today because I had this and I thought, why not? Let me try it. It actually worked really well. I have no other concealer on. This is literally all this foundation, and then I have 170 basically everywhere else. I did blend it into the neck as well, so you can see how light it is. Shade 100 is the lightest, so one shade lighter than this. I am pretty fair, but with this one I went all the way up to 170, so that kind of tells you I went several shades up to find my shade. So if you are fair and have trouble finding that right depth of color that's super light, you're gonna love it. As for the deep shades, we were already selling out of certain shades. So if you're someone who has a deep complexion and you have trouble finding that right foundation and you do like a somewhat matte finish to a full matte finish, definitely check it out. I think it's really worth it. We had all day people with deep skin tones coming in, finally being able to find a shade that they love, and also it's from a brand from Rihanna, so everybody's excited about it no matter who you are, but I think it's universal. The fairest shades to the deepest shades. I was tempted to get the primer to go with my foundation, but I didn't pick it up yet. I did play with it though, and I really like the primer as well. So it pairs beautifully with the foundation. They have a blending sponge that's $16. I kind of wanted to get that too, but I held off. I think it's going to be a great dupe for a beauty blender, and for $16 you'll save you a little bit of money too. The primer also $34 if I didn't mention that. The other thing that we were given is the Freestyle highlighter. Of course I showed you it's called Kilowatt, so I got the shade Mean Money and Hustle Baby. So this is what they look like. You get basically, one is a little softer, the other being a really luminous. I will swatch it for you. This is this is not the lightest shade they have, but it is a fairly light shade, but it's pretty universal. Everybody, no matter what their skin tone, got this color. Now that one's very soft. So what I did when I applied it today, and I have on 3 highlighters, so bear with me. When I applied it, I put this basically everywhere, so all around the orbital bone and the cheek. I put it all the way down the T-zone to give a really glow everywhere, and then I layered this one on top of it. And then this one you'll be able to see more. So it's got a beautiful glow, and I have to say these are gorgeous on their own. This is what I wore to work, and then I actually layered something else I'll show you momentarily. $34 for those as well. So now let's get into what I purchased. I'm first going to show you the lip gloss. So she has one lip color so far. It's called Gloss Bomb, and it's a universal lip luminizer. It's called Fenty Glow is the color. They are $18, and this is what the packaging looks like. So you see your little gloss, and I will apply it so you can see. Now I feel like on every person it looked a little different. Obviously it's going to be based on your natural lip color and how it fares with your skin tone. The applicator is pretty massive. They consider this the XXL applicator. So I'm going to apply it. I think it's gorgeous. It doesn't really have much of a scent until you wear it, and then I don't know how to describe the scent. It's like a little tiny bit sweet, a little tiny bit fruity, but it's very mild. I wore this all day. I will say it's just a gloss. It's a beautiful gloss, but it's just a gloss, so it will wear throughout the day. You're not going to be able to put it on and wear it for 8 hours and it's going to last on you. No, but you can reapply it through the day a few times, and I think you're going to love it. So that is the Fenty Glow Lip. Next, I picked up the Matchstick Trio. So these are really fun. The matchsticks come in mattes and shimmers. This was a set of 3 for $54. They do sell some that are singles for $25, which I bought one to show you. But these are awesome. They are magnetic, so all of these are actually sticking together. So you can kind of fit them to your liking. So I got the lightest set. There are 4 shades that these come in. Each comes with a universal that would be a concealer or highlight shade, which is matte, a contour shade, which is also matte, and then you get 1 shimmer matchstick. So I'll show you first the highlight or concealer color. That is the shade Linen. So that would be basically where I would either conceal or highlight. I'm probably going to be able to use this more as a concealer color, but it has a great coverage and finish, so I am excited to do so. The next one is going to be your contour shade, which is Amber. So this one has a great tone to it. So it is not too bronzy, not too gray. I think it's going to be perfect for my contour. These have a cream to powder finish. And like I said, the set was $54. So basically I would be able to apply this. I'll do a little bit and just blend it with my fingers. They say you can blend this with your fingers or using the brush. Both of our brushes are $32. I think the brushes are nice. The full-size brushes are $32. I think they are nice, but given that I have so many brushes, I didn't feel that it was worth it for me to really jump in and buy 2 brushes for $32 a piece. You can see these do dry pretty fast, but it's a really beautiful contour shade. I cannot wait to wear this in the winter. I love cream to powder contour in the winter. And then finally in my trio, I got the Shimmer Stick in Starstruck. And each set has different shades. So there is a fair, basically a light to medium or more medium to deep, and then there's a deep shade. So there's something for everybody. And then let's do the Shimmer Stick. So that's Starstruck. Hopefully that is doing it justice because it is beautiful. It's a light, like rosy gold, very soft and beautiful. I love it. I think these are really inventive, that they're all magnetic, so they kind of fit together. So if you do throw your makeup in your bag or your purse, they are stuck together. I did purchase one single matchstick in the shade Confetti. I just swatched this and I had to have it. I hope it's gonna be as beautiful on camera as it is in person. So, same size, by the way, so these are a great deal. For $25, you can get all 3 of those for $54. So this is Confetti. I just pray that you are seeing it as beautifully as I am. To me, the color itself is pretty sheer, but the little sparkle that it has is so gorgeous. So that's Confetti. I love it. And the shift, oh, Yes. I have my 4 matchsticks together and I love the sleek packaging. A lot of people were saying that it was looking a little bit cheap. They are not incredibly light. Like, they have a little tiny bit of weight to them. But when you have them like this, I mean, I like the packaging. I think it's sleek. I love the tan color. And probably the one thing that immediately when I walked in the door, I put it on and I had to have it. And when I first saw this in pictures before I really played with it, I was like, oh, I'm too fair for that. There's just no way I can wear it. I had to make this work. Same packaging, but this one is a single and it is in the shade Trophy Wife. And this you probably have seen teased, or you've probably seen it by now, clearly, since it's been out. But this is Trophy Wife. It is so gorgeous. I do have a little bit of it on over top of my other highlight, so you can kind of see it a little bit. But this is gorgeous. I'm gonna put a little bit more on. I mean, so pretty. It's very bold, so if you're like someone who likes a very soft and subtle highlight, this may not be for you, but I plan to wear this on my eyes. I can use this as a little lip topper. I'm gonna make this work because I just needed it in my life. So sparkly, but I just think it's gorgeous. The gold is just so fun. I cannot wait to wear this during the holidays, something really festive. My favorites are definitely Trophy Wife. This highlight is so amazing. The foundation I'm very impressed by. Usually by this point in the day, my smile line right here is usually like massively noticeable, or at least it is to me. Most people probably don't pick it out, but usually that creases and cracks while I'm smiling throughout the day. And we were having so much fun today. I was really smiling, and that is so much less noticeable than it normally is. I'm definitely gonna have to pick up my real shade in this and then use this as maybe my concealer because it worked beautifully. I love the coverage. And I really did a pretty thin layer of this, and it gave me a very kind of, I almost want to say it's like a cashmere type of finish. That's what I feel that it is, because it's matte, but it's not dry, it's not cakey. Versus like my Kat Von D has amazing coverage, but I do feel like it gets cakey. It shows my smile lines, it shows my pores, whereas this I feel perfected. So I am 100% a big fan of this. I am going to have to pick up my own shade, but I held off because I didn't need another foundation, so we're gonna see.
And I might be able to trade with somebody, we'll see. Might have a mask or something.
So that is everything. I will say there's a few things that I wasn't as excited about. There are a few brushes. I'm in a more matchstick type container, but they kind of have the sheath where you kind of push it down and then you have your bristles, and they're very small. I just don't like the size of the brush. For me, I would rather just use a brush that I have or purchase the fuller size brushes. Those are a beautiful light pink handle, but for me, $32 a piece for each brush when I have so many. I didn't see the necessity in it. I felt like maybe they could have been a little less expensive, but I don't think that anything is exorbitantly priced. It's a little unusual to see a foundation be $34, the highlight be $34, primers $34, everything being around the same price point. It's easy to remember. It kind of helps us, but from a consumer standpoint, I'm like, oh, everything's the same price. Except for, of course, the matchsticks. The trio is definitely a good deal. You're basically getting your third one for $4. So that's definitely a good value, especially if you'll use all three, and I definitely will. The highlight being beautiful. I'm going to use that lightest shade Linen to conceal with when I have like breakouts or something. I think it's going to be amazing. So very impressed with this brand. The launch was really fun. I feel like she did a good job of encompassing skin tones. And it's hard to find a foundation that matches most people when you have a lot of brands who focus more on light to medium skin tones. For the people who have deeper shades and they're looking for that foundation, they feel like the brand just isn't there for them. They're not showing up and bringing them the foundation that they need. So I'm so excited to see a brand that's truly doing that, that she had her hands in it, making sure that that happened, because I feel like they did a good job. And hopefully if there are any color gaps, then we'll see some colors come out, because typically you see foundations are coming out and they've got 15 or 20 shades. She came out with 40, so she was at least trying. I feel like they were making a big effort to cater to other people. I feel like they did a good job. So the small brushes I wasn't excited about. I'm gonna just pass on those. Not something that I would want The blending sponge and primer and foundation will probably be my next purchases because I think I really, really love this foundation. They had like little blotting sheets that come in a matchstick kind of container, but it kind of rolls out. I don't use a lot of blotting sheets, so I can't say that that would be something I would be drawn to. The gloss I love. I think it looks beautiful, especially on like just a simple day where I'm not doing a lot of makeup. I think I'm really going to grab for that because it hydrates my lips well and looks very beautiful. I think it looked flattering on everyone. Some of the girls didn't love it, but I like it. So the highlight though. I hope you guys found this to be informative. I will try to link everything below. I know she has her own website that you can purchase this through, but you can also purchase it through Sephora. And of course in Sephora you can go in and actually touch and feel the products. So if you guys have any feedback about some of the other products, did you go and touch them, feel them? Is there any information that you can give us, your thoughts and opinions? Or are you excited about this brand? Are there products that you definitely have to pick up? Are you gonna pass? So share it all below. Let us know what's going on. And you guys be sure to check out my Carbon Cocoa giveaway. I will link it below. That is everything. I appreciate you guys watching and I will see you next time. Bye.